Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox coming to you today with a review for Power Book 4 Force Season 1, Episode 5. So I know this is very, very late. I'm going to try to get this up on Tuesday. Life has just been really lifing around here. You know, Blue got neutered, and so it's been a zoo. So anyway, my schedule is a little bit off, and you know that bothers me, but I'm trying to get back on track. I am going to review Candy's show, but I'm not reviewing it this first episode. I just don't have the time, you guys. It's a long story, but I won't be doing the first episode. So we're just going to start fresh next week with episode 2. That's another thing that bothers me in my orderly way of thinking in my mind, but it's just, I can already tell it's already hard trying to get this episode done today. So I can't stress myself anymore than I've been stressed over the last 5 days. Okay, so anyway, you guys, with no more further ado, the review. Let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys, so the show opens with Tommy. Tommy is contemplating. He already knows that it's about to be some shit with the Serbs, you know, what he has planned, but this is the stuff that Tommy lives for, okay? Like Daddy Walter said, you know, if you pull Vector into some shit, it's going to be problems. And he knows it, but he's determined. Now, while he's driving down the streets of Chicago, Claudia cuts him off again. I said, girl, you ain't got his phone number, because what is all this unsafe driving you doing? No, Blue. You know, there's all this tension between them. It's this sexual tension that's there, but also, you know, the tough guy, tough girl thing. I mean, it's just a little bit of everything. But, you know, she's got the drug for him to test. Okay, and no, she's not going to just give it to him by handing him a pill. Instead, she has it in her mouth and she kisses him, and he gets it at that time. I don't know if it's a pill or if it's just some of the dust, child. You know, I'm not a drug kid, so I don't know. But however he get it in whatever form, it hits him right away, and he just falls back on the car. Like, this is probably you know how they say you never can get the best high. If the first high is the best high and you can never get that high again. I guess they probably say that with crack, but I would imagine the way that he reacted, that this was probably the best high that he's ever had. So Claudia do have some good shit. So he goes back home and he tells Ileana, like is it Liliana or Ileana? I always get them mixed up. You guys can tell me. But he's telling her like how amazing this drug is and that he needs her to figure out what's the ingredients. Okay, but he's like, it's the purest high that you can have. He said it's clean. He said it's no kickback. You know, he bounced right back and everything. It was just like fabulous. Okay, so she was like, how did you come across this? He didn't will from Claudia. That's fine, but how did you actually taste it? And he said he was kissed into it. And, you know, she's tickled by this. Oh, you going around kissing old sis Claudia, huh? Boy, how time flies when you're having fun. But, of course, Tommy is just like, girl, just find out what's in it. You know, this is her specialty, cutting the drugs and figuring it out. So figure it out. And I guess as she's fooling around with the drugs, she just can't figure out exactly what it is. Okay, but she's going to figure it out. But she tells Tommy, I guess we're partners now. And he was like, no, we ain't partners. I guess he does realize that she's grown on him, okay, her and her charming personality. He finally bends. He says, if you do what I say, don't go nowhere, keep your mouth shut, you know, maybe we can do this team thing. I mean, he don't really say that, but that's what he implies. Just lay low, listen to me, and we gonna be good. And of course she says, okay. Now, Claudia, I guess after she finished, giving Tommy his contact high, she goes on back to the place with her girl/partner. And the girl is pissed that we haven't moved this Dahlia. They need a distributor. And Claudia's like, I know, people, just calm down. So old girl was like, listen, if you can't get this done, then we through, okay? Because I know what I have, and I'm basically going to take my good-ass drugs to somebody else. And Claudia looks at her like, oh, really? And I guess the girl was like, yeah, really. Jumping over to the black cop. Child, this is so silly. I tell you, this episode actually was quite campy, quite not the best acting, a whole bunch of scenes that I thought was ridiculous. This probably was one of them. So the black cop goes and, Diamond's minding his own business, going to jogging through the park or whatever. And the cop was like, get in the car, Of course, Diamond could have beat his ass right then, but of course he ain't trying to beat no cop's ass. So he gets in the car. And Diamond was just like, what is it with you and me? Like, why do you keep on bothering me? Well, this black cop, this is the same one that Victor is working with. The black cop is upset because Diamond had drugs on the streets that really fucked up some people, and I guess people that was personally, that was personally close to him. And Diamond was like, okay, that was 15 years ago. I did take those drugs off the streets once I realized what the problem was. Like, why you still mad at me? Well, of course, the black cop was like, I don't believe that, he still feels like Diamond got it. I was like, Diamond do have one foot in the door, and actually by the end of this episode, he is fully in. But the cop also doesn't think that this whole Diamond was saved in jail act, he ain't really buying it. Well, Diamond tells him, I bet you your cop brethren don't know that you working with Victor. And he uses that as an example to tell him, like, I guess we both got shit that we can't do nothing about. Okay? Like, why is we sitting in this car having this conversation? Like, is this cop so mad at Diamond of all people? So he was just like, the only thing we can do is move forward. Okay, can I get the hell up out this car and go finish my jog? Thank you. I couldn't figure out why the black cop even did that. I guess he was just trying to, show his muscle. So that was one of my stupid scenes. Diamond goes back and is talking to Tommy. And he was like, yeah, I heard you created quite a scene with the Serbs, okay? Hitting Tatiana like she was high on the list. Well, Tommy was like she had to go. And of course, this conversation that Diamond is having with Tommy, and now that he was able to do that, now Diamond he's about to get pulled back in. So Tommy was like, yeah, I'm the man with the plan. Like, what exactly do you want? Diamond said that he wants part of the pipeline. He lays out what he wants in this whole deal. Well, Tommy's gonna do that with Diamond, but he also lets him know that we're gonna pull Victor in on this one too. And of course, Diamond is not real sure about it, but you know what? It's gotta be the team, all three of them. So they go out and they surveil the Serbs. Okay, I don't know why it's so easy for them to just kind of be parked off a few feet from the Serbs and they ain't seen them, But anyway, they're planning out their line of attack, what they gonna do. Tommy was just like, okay, and make sure that you get Jannard in on this one too, because we need the whole team. And Diamond was like, yeah, I don't know if Jannard gonna be a part of this. No, we need everybody, so make sure you get Jannard on it, okay? But while they were sitting in the car and scoping out the Serbs, they agreed that it's gonna be split down the middle three ways. So 33, 33, 33, okay? And that way, everybody is equal in this. We gonna make sure that everybody get what they deserve. Everybody is putting their life on the line in the same way, so why not? Now, speaking of Jannard is talking to E. And he's hurt that Diamond is working with Tommy. He said that he never felt so disrespected. I mean, it's the same stuff with Jannard. I'm just like, Jannard, can you just move on, okay? I mean, I understand that Jannard, how he probably would feel, but it's also like, it's a business. Like, let's try to see what we can get out the positive of this, He said that, so E is telling him like, well, let's start our own shit. And, Jannard, of course, like, I've been working at this for 15 years. I've been at the table. Like, he not taking this away from me. No, he is not giving up CBI. That is his baby. Okay, so fresh off that conversation with E, he goes back and Diamond is trying to sell him on this whole Serb attack and trying to get the pipeline deal. And of course, Diamond is not feeling it. Like, hell no, nobody has ever done this. And Diamond was like, that's exactly why we have to do this. This is about us having a seat at the table. Okay, doing something that black people ain't never done before. Okay, like we gonna put our stamp on it and we gonna mean something. It's not just gonna be the black drug dealers kind of thing. And Jannard was like, so what are we gonna get? Because he's already thinking that the black people gonna get the lowest cut. And Diamond was like, we splitting it. Okay, 33 and a third. Victor, Diamond, and Tommy. Okay, and that's when Jannard was like, And he was like, now you a numbers man, you know how it goes. Like, what that calculate up to? A whole bunch more than what Jannard thought it was gonna be. Okay, so maybe we can be on the up and up on this. You think you can do this? Yeah, Jannard thinks he can do this now. Okay, and they do their brother handshake, hug each other, and for at least right now, the brothers are back on the same team. Tommy goes back home and Liliana still hasn't figured out what the drug is. Okay, but they have a semi heart-to-heart conversation where Tommy is trying to tell her, like, okay, don't worry about it. You know what? Here, I'm gonna give you this money. You go on about your business. Go start a new life somewhere. Well, Liliana's whole thing is, Ileana, her whole thing is like, I don't have anywhere to go. Like, this is all I know. This is the life that I live. Like, I don't have family. And even if I did, I'm not trying to bring them in on my bullshit, you know? So like, no, I'm here. Okay, I know you're trying to do this to protect me, but don't worry about it. I'm good. I want to be here with you, basically. And I guess Tommy has a special feeling in his heart for Liliana or Ileana. So he tells her, okay, well, like I said, I'm going to need you to lay low. I'm going to make sure that we both good. We're going to be both good real soon. Lay low is the key word here. When he leaves, tell me why, as Ileana is sitting at the house, you know, she's bored. She can't leave, you know, the people's after her and all this. And she's trying to figure out what this drug is. So, you know, she's looking at the at the vial, you know, kind of like, hey, girl, what's your name, you know? And she picks it up and, you know, she takes a hit off of it. And it is like, just like Tommy said, okay? So she is just like, oh, shit. Okay, bitch fixing to go out on the town. So she go and grab her jacket and she leaves out the door. I said, girl, you really are fucked up because them servers gonna kill your ass. So that was the next thing that pissed me the hell off. I was just like, oh my God, Liliana, you about to be a mess. Now, while she out in the streets doing God knows what, Tommy goes and talks to Claudia. He's like, how much you sitting on? And, you know, she's telling him how we good and all of this. And they set up this whole thing where he is going to rob the drums of the, you know, for the drugs. When they do their exchange or whatever, they set it up so that he robs them and he's going to get the drums and all of that. What's going to be the deal? Okay, first he say 70-30. She was like, oh, hell no. All right, you ain't fixing to get all my shit. And she says 60-40. He says, which way? She says, your way. He says, deal. Anyway, Tommy goes and gets Diamond like, you ready? Yeah, we ready. So they go and they hit up the drop, okay? And they basically steal the drums from this guy who's only getting paid a few dollars an hour anyway. You know, Tommy was like, I like you. You know, I could always use somebody to work for me. And that was another part of the show where I was just like, has Tommy always talked like that? You know, it's sort of like this now. It was just like, you know, like a who's the wise guy. It's like, has he always spoke like that? They get the drums, but it's just a few drums. He calls Claudia. He says, you know what, these little drums that you told me to steal, they was cute and everything, but we gonna need way, way more than this if you're talking about doing business. And she was like, don't worry about it, she got it. Now, Diamond went and talked to Jannard. Vector is going to talk to Simon, okay? Tells him about the whole deal, how it's about to be, you know, on like Donkey Kong. We're going to make all this money, bloppy, bloppy, blue. Simon was like, fuck it, let's roll, okay? And you know what? Vector was like, my man, okay? So Simon is in. So now everything is good. Vector is seeing, you know, the light at the end of the tunnel. He goes and picks up his girl, Gloria, you know, come take a ride with me. She was just like, what are you planning? And he was like, don't worry about it. You know, you'll see when you come with me. Okay. She has to be back at the bar. Don't worry about it. I'll get you back in time. So he takes her out in the middle of I don't know where. I was like, where you going to put a house right there? Ain't nothing else around there. It looked like you're on the side of the freeway or somewhere. But he was just like, he takes her out to this field and, you know, she was just like, what is this? And he was just like, you know, you like it? She was like, it's beautiful. Why are we here? And he was like, this is our place. You know, I bought this land. We're going to build a house here. We're going to put the deck here, you know, west facing the sunset. You know, we're going to do this. And she was just like, oh, you know, she's all smiling and chin out. No, I was just like, girl. She was just like, but it's a beautiful dream. He says, no, it's not a dream. It's a reality. Okay, we're going to live here in happiness. Blue. And happiness and harmony is gonna be us, one big happy family. They so overcome with happiness and passion, you know, he takes her right there on the car, on the hood of the car. And while they're out there, okay, doing those kind of things, we see Paulie, you know, that's the muscle for Walter. He's followed them out there and he's taking pictures from the long range zoom lens, okay? So he takes those pictures back and he gives them to Walter. And you know Daddy Walter ain't having this. And you know, he's looking at the pictures, he's like, Paulie, this is a fucking problem. And Paulie was like, look, at some point, it's really nothing you can do, Walter. Like, you know, the kids, they gonna live their lives, all right? And don't fuck up with your kids like the way I have. You still have your kids, like I don't even have my kids anymore. We know the one that we know of anyway, is a crackhead out on the streets. So he was just like, basically trying to explain to him, like, this thing is going to happen the way they want it to. You can't stop this rock from rolling down the hill, basically. But, Walter is not going to have that. So Walter puts on his real nice, fancy 1992 Ray-Bans, all right? And he has Paulie drive him down to Gloria's bar. So Paulie goes in there, all right, everybody in here, I need you to leave for about 30 minutes. He pays everybody's tab, like, get the fuck on. And then here come Walter walking in, all cool and everything else. Like, I guess he was having a good breathing day. She was just like, wow, didn't expect to see you here today, and he was just like, oh, yes, Gloria. Let me get my Irish accent right, I come to see a familiar face. I didn't see, it's almost a swinging Jamaican today. I don't know what it is, child. I can't quite get it. She was just like, whatever, Walter. Now, apparently, Gloria owes Walter money. And we still haven't delved deep into this reason why she owes him money, but apparently she does. Okay, so keep that in the back of your mind. But anyway, he tells her, that you have the face of an angel. Your face is so beautiful. A goddess that no man can turn. A goddess, look, I can't get it. A goddess, anyway, child, he told her that it was a face of a goddess that no man can turn away from, okay? He says, but it's also the face that Victor will not be waking up to every morning, and it's not the face that his grandkids will be getting kissed by every night when they go to sleep. Not in this fucking lifetime. Not in this fucking lifetime. I cannot do it at all. My concentration is so bad, you guys. Now, while he up here talking to her, he break out into a coughing fit. She kind of knock his hand or something. I don't know exactly what she did, but she look over to Paulie real fast like, I ain't do nothing. She was like, maybe you need to sit down. He's like, nah. Okay. He's perfectly fine. You can't never tell Walter that he's sickly. So she tells him, and by the way, the money that I owe you has nothing to do with me and Vic. And he was just like, you know what? The reason why you got that money is because of Vic. All right? Now, if you want to be free and clear with me, walk away from Victor. Walk away from Victor. Okay? And then he'll just wipe the whole slate clean. And, of course, she don't like that. She don't want to hear that. Walter don't give a fuck. Him and Paulie leave. When they leave, we see some police or, FBI or somebody. They are also surveilling Walter, and they feel like something big is about to go down, so they got to make sure that they continue to tell him and Paulie. Now, I'm assuming that as soon as Walter walked his big ass up out of there, she must have called Victor, because, honey, Victor was like, are you fucking kidding me? When he saw his dad at the house, he come rushing in. Claudia was like, oh, shit. Okay, what's fixing to happen right now? Like, what's wrong, brother? And he was like, Dad, threatened Gloria. And he was like, it wasn't a threat. Easy with your tone, boy. He was like, I'm going to need you to bring her down a few notches. When I saw her, I did... He said when they saw each other that he did... Child, I can't get this accent today. He said when they saw each other, they just had a conversation. Basically, Daddy Flynn just gave her some good advice. Okay, and Victor was like, oh, so now all of a sudden, you want to be giving good advice, huh? And that's when Walter bring it in real close, and he was like, you are a Flynn. You will die happy with a good Irish girl in your bed. Wrong. And Victor was just like, oh yeah, because that worked so well for you, huh? Okay. And boy, if Walter didn't come quick with the backhand slap, pow, right across the face. Victor just look at him and just kind of shake his head like, I see you, nigga. And then he walk out the door, And then Claudia is just basically looking at her like, Daddy, you be doing too much. You do too much, Daddy. Okay, he is not like you. And she leaves. But I guess Claudia feels like this is a problem, okay, that she needs to fix in her family. So she feels like maybe she can get through to Gloria a little bit better. So she goes down to Gloria's bar. Gloria's like, I'm about sick of all these motherfucking Flynns coming up in here. What do you want, Claudia? Claudia says, you know what? She got the appraisal on the land, $2.5 million. That's what I got right here in this envelope for you. I can buy you out. You can go on about your business. Okay, go start you a new life, all of this. Well, Gloria's offended. Oh, you think you could just come over here and just buy me out? Like, you think you're better than me? Claudia's like, I'm not like my father. I understand that you and Victor love each other and all of that, but it's just not going to work, girl. And I'm really just trying to give you the financial part of this, and just, I was like, girl, take that money and still stay with Victor. Well, who says that you can't still be with the man and get your 2.5? But I guess then she would lose her land and all of that stuff. So, but, so she's trying to explain to her how, she trying to help her. Everybody want to help Ike. And yeah, Gloria ain't feeling it. You're worse than your daddy. He might be sick, but he's still, 10 times stronger than you. And Claudia was like, what are you talking about? I said, oh, did she pluck a nerve on that? What did she mean by that? I don't know if Gloria meant something or not, but Claudia sure felt a hit dog was hollering. But Gloria was just like, go on and get out, get the fuck out of my bar. So that didn't go the way that Claudia expected. Now, she gets on back home that she done already been, told off by Gloria. She probably ain't the most agreeable. And then she got to get home to her partner with that bullshit again today. She tells her that the shit was stolen. And Claudia was just like, oh, I told you that I had people, like, why you even, And the girl was pissed, okay? She was like, I knew I should have never got involved with you, okay? And she basically was like, I'm out. And when Claudia reached out to grab her arm to keep her from going, girl, that girl must have came around and slapped. I said, boy, if one thing the Flynn's is getting today is getting a damn fire slapped out their mouth. I was like, both the Flynn kids, first Victor and now Claudia, then both got the taste slapped out their mouth, okay? I mean, a good solid backhand too, okay? That girl must have turned around and grabbed her shit and was walking out, and Claudia came and stabbed her in the back with some sort of real sharp apparatus, okay? And I'm assuming that old girl was dead after that. And then in a part of the show that had nothing to do with nothing, we see Tommy's brother. It was like they just threw him in there. He's looking through old video of the grandmother, and then he goes and pulls out a box of old pictures, and he's looking through some pictures, and he comes across a picture of him probably when he was like 8 or 9 years old, and we actually see a younger Tommy in the background, little redhead boy that we assume is Tommy. He was like, well, I'll be damned, like Tommy been around all this time, okay? So that was the only thing that they just threw that in, but I guess we need to remember that for some reason. But you guys, the big hit is fixing to go down. We got the 33, everybody together, everybody getting their guns together. Jannard goes up to Tommy and was like, I like the way you sweetened the deal. Diamond told me, that you got us what we needed. And Tommy was like, I only did what's right. There you go with that damn, Anyway, after today, is no turning back. It's about to be on and popping. Like, we about to really do this, okay? About to go and attack the Serbs. So they get out there on them streets. They go and they shoot the peoples, okay? And but it doesn't come without any casualties. We lose Simon. Simon gets shot, killed. Okay, Victor's very upset about that. And then when they go to the next location, E is shot and killed, and that's Jannard's boy. So Jannard was so upset after that, but we here to do a job. Like I said, this is business. So okay, they go and they handle their business, they shoot up everything, and they do what they came to do. When they finish, Tommy's phone rings. Now he just finished shooting up all this, and he decides to answer his phone. That was the other part that was stupid. I was just like, would you really be answering your phone after a time like this? But anyway, he answers the phone like, hey, hello. And the guy was just like, an eye for an eye, and Tommy was like, no, let me talk to her. Okay, and the guy was like, in time. So when he hangs up the phone, Tommy was like, they got Liliana, we got to go find her. It was like, oh, motherfucker, we done did what we came to do. Okay, both Victor, Diamond, and Jannard was like, nah, baby, that's on you. We ain't fucking with we done already lost E and Simon. You better be glad we did what we came to do. We lost some of our good homies, for real, for real. You go worry about your own girl. So they all leave Tommy. So Tommy was like, okay. So while he's driving, trying to figure out where they would be, he gets a text message and said that, they're at his place. So he pulls up in front of his place, and they're all out there in they big, SUVs or whatever. And, when they get out, Tommy was like, let me see her, and they pull her out the car. Oh, I'd left a part out, you guys. When she got captured by the damn Serbs, I forgot to tell you this. when she got captured by the Serbs, they're like asking her, where is Tommy? And she keep on saying she don't know where Tommy is. So they break her fingers, and they were like, where is Tommy? And she gives them the finger, the middle finger, but it's all crooked and sideways and shit. Because this is how tough old Ileana Liliana is. So anyway, that was when we knew that she had been kidnapped. No, Blue. That's when we know that she had been kidnapped. Here you go, man. Good boy. Good boy. That's when we know that she had been kidnapped and all of that. So anyway, fast forward to this time. He sees her. She gets out the car, and, they all saying how they need to kill Tommy now. It's always this conversation. Like, let's just get to whatever we going to do. Why we got to have this whole full conversation? But while they're talking, we see Jannard. Jannard is in his car in front of the barber shop, and Diamond is sitting in there. I guess Diamond is still trying to wrap his head around what they just did. And then we see Jannard out there, tears in his eye, real mad, huffed and puffed up. And nigga, you was too emotional. I mean, I'm sorry. I know it got to feel real bad to have your homeboy get killed. But y'all all part of the game. He knew what he was getting into. It just could have happened that way. But for whatever reason, I guess he feels like it is Diamond and Tommy's fault, and namely Tommy, because Tommy is the one that brought this deal to the table in the first place. So at first I thought he was going to shoot up Diamond. I was like, now I know you ain't going to kill your brother. No, that's not what he does. But he's in the car and he's got his gun, right? So anyway, back with the Serbs and Tommy. While they talking and whatever, then all of a sudden you hear a car come flying down the street, and Tommy's like, get down. Why are you telling them to get down? Okay. But anyway, they all jump down, get dropped down, and the guy, the car is spraying bullets at them, and they all start shooting back. Well, in this whole exchange of gun shooting, they happen to let Ileana Liliana go. Okay. Now, please tell me, if you had a kidnapper, if you were kidnapping somebody, how you let your person go? How you let your person go? So that was stupid. So they jump in the car and they leave. Why are you leaving this whole thing when it's clear that the person kept going and you still sitting here with Tommy and Ileana Liliana? Like, child, so they get in the car and leave. I was just like, oh my God, this is stupid. I'm not even I ain't even no gangster, and I know better than this, So they leave, and she, Ileana was like, who is that? And, Tommy's like, I don't know. But anyway, she was just like, oh, you got blood on your head. And he was like, oh, it's not mine. And then he looked at her, and then, we see that she's been shot. So she was like, oh shit, it hurts. He trying to help her. And he was like, he looks at her shoulder and he's like, it went clean through. Okay, you're going to be good. We're going to get you cleaned up. Let me get you in the house and all of this. But, Tommy's glad, like his partner, she's good and all. All right. She was the only one that got shot in all them gunshots. But he takes her in and he nurses her. And then we finally see Jannard as he is taken off. Well, I guess we wasn't supposed to know it was Jannard when it was obvious it was Jannard. So I don't know why they had this whole scene set up like it was a big secret, but he's taken off. He's set the car that he was driving on fire, and he's taken off all his clothes, his identifying things, I guess, and he's throwing it in the fire, and he turns around and he's all and he walks off, and I was just like, Jannard, see, you're going to have a more cool head. Do you know how many big time gangsters that have lost their true blue homeboys that it's just part of the game? You can't go and shoot up everybody because your boy got shot. And then you didn't even make it. You missed. And you shot the girl who I think you have a crush on. So it's just like, what is Child, so I was just like, okay, maybe it's, I'm glad we getting closer towards the end because, it didn't went from pretty good to kind of, what we was used to at the end of Power season 5 or 6, whatever it was, y'all. But yeah, that was the episode. All right, you guys, that's it. I'm going to get this edited and up to you. And then, like I said, Top of the Blogs will be on Friday. And actually, Love and Marriage Huntsville starts back on Sunday. So I'll get that to you guys Sunday. And then we'll start with Candy's show next Sunday. Okay? I can't do that 2-hour show. I couldn't even finish watching it. I didn't even have enough time to pay attention to it. So that is it, you guys. I'm going to get off of here. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to this channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, rock stars. Bye.